it's Alyssa, and today I'm doing a hair tutorial because obviously my hair is not brown anymore. It is this bright crimson reddish color and it's really pretty, and I'm really happy with how it came out. And as you can see, the top is very bright, then it kind of goes dark, and then it goes light again, and it's because my roots were grown into about right here and the bottoms of my hair were dyed blonde. So I'm going to show you guys the products that I used, and I'm going to show you how I did it, and hopefully it'll help you guys if you want to get this color as well. So I bought a couple of products at Sally's Beauty Supply, and it was around $30, but that's only because I got a discount because my aunt works there. So obviously first I'm going to show you guys the color that I bought. So this is mainly the color that like everyone uses to get red hair. And this is the L'Oreal Technique Hicolor Highlights for Dark Hair. And I bought two bottles. I bought the magenta and I bought the red. So I bought these to mix together, and that is what I did. So as you can see, it's for dark hair only, and I didn't have dark hair, but I had, I guess, dark brown hair, and then the bottoms of my hair were kind of like a light brown. So if you had blonde hair, you probably wouldn't have to use like a strong developer or anything. I'm not really sure, but it's for dark hair, so if you have black hair or dark brown, it'll lift it a couple of colors, make it really bright red. So it says it's a high lift in 30 minutes and there's no pre-lightening, so you don't have to use bleach to get this bright red color. I don't know if this has any bleach in it. It probably does, considering it's making your hair a lot lighter than it is. This is obviously lightening your hair in some way, so it could be damaging, I don't know. I just got my hair cut, so it felt pretty good after I did it. Next, I bought 30 Volume Developer, and this is the L'Oreal brand as well. I bought this because it was the recommended developer on the box. I could have probably done 20 and gotten more of a darker color, but if you have really dark hair, then get 30. If you have lightish brown hair, you could probably get 20 and it'd be less damaging. But I just got what was recommended on the bottle because I wasn't really sure what to do. And this was the 16 fluid ounce one, and it was only like $5. And the other one was 8 ounce and it was like $3. So I recommend just getting the big bottle so you can just like keep it and use it for the next time you dye your hair. The next two things I bought were a bowl and a brush. And I didn't really use the brush that much because I kind of suck at like doing that. I don't know. But the bowl has like measurements in it, so I just used that to measure out my developer and everything, and it worked out really good. So these were really cheap at Sally's, and you're gonna need this to mix up the color anyway. Do not use a metal bowl to mix your color because it'll make it develop very fast. Next, I bought some reusable latex gloves because you don't want your hands turning red. You don't want your hands like blood red, so gloves. And then I bought a deep conditioning treatment that I used after I dyed my hair, which I will show you in a separate clip of how I did it. And then I bought these Quantum Riveting Red Shampoo and Conditioner. That's what it looks like. These are quite expensive. These were like 10 bucks each, and this is only the 10.2 fluid ounce bottles. There was a bigger bottle that was like 20 a piece. So these are pretty expensive, but they're pretty much needed if you want to keep your hair alive and well. I haven't used it yet, but it's a color depositing shampoo, so I don't know if you could see, but the shampoo and conditioner itself is red, and every single time you wash your hair, it will put red back into your hair to keep it lasting longer. I don't recommend using this every single time you wash your hair because it'll dry out your hair, but I do recommend using a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner if you're not using something that'll put the color back in, because sulfate will just strip out your color really fast. Now let's get started on how I actually did it. So as you can see, my hair is actually really short. It's like to my shoulders. So I didn't really like use that much. So as like I said before, I bought red and magenta, and I wanted kind of a pinkish red. I don't know if you can really tell. It kind of has a pinky tone to it, not really, but it's not as like bright like clown red because I didn't want that. I wanted kind of a darkish red. How it is in the middle right here is kind of how I wanted my whole head, but it ended up being really bright at the roots. It's not as bad in person as it looks on camera, I promise you, but I still think it looks kind of cool. But I took half of the red and half of magenta because my hair's short. So if your hair is pretty long to about right here, you're probably going to need to use the whole bottle. And if your hair is like longer than that, you probably have to do 2 bottles of each. Each bottle itself is 1.2 fluid ounces, and the developer color ratio is 1 to 2. So I mixed half of this and half of this, which equaled a whole bottle of 1.2, so I used 2.4 ounces of developer in my bowl. And there's going to be videos and stuff playing so you guys can see. I just measured out the developer, I poured that in first, and then I mixed half of the magenta and half of the red. I used a little bit more than half of magenta, only because I wanted it to be more of a pinkish red than a red, so I used a little bit more than half of magenta. And every single time I would add more magenta, I would just add a little bit of developer just so it would mix well, and it came out a really pretty color, and it looked really nice. So next I just parted out my hair. I parted it from like here up, and I just started like applying the hair dye from the bottom with my brush. And I really suck at applying hair dye because I usually use a bottle. I just shake all the color up in the bottle and just kind of squirt it on my head. But I have a recommendation, especially if you have color treated hair, is to put the color on your ends first and then wait 20 minutes, and then for the next 20 minutes put it on your roots, because you will get hot roots like I did, and they're a lot brighter than the rest of your hair because obviously that's new growth and your virgin hair is going to soak up that color really fast. So that's what happened to me, because I really suck at applying hair dye, because I start applying it to right here and then I can't get all of it, so I just kind of like just keep going and going, and then I just end up touching my roots somehow. So that's just what happened, but I don't really mind it. So I just applied it to my entire head and I let it sit for 30 minutes, which is what it says on the bottle. Some people leave it on for longer if they want a brighter color, which I think this came out bright enough, so. But if your hair is dark, like black or really dark brown, then I recommend keeping it on for maybe 40-45 minutes. If your hair is a blondish light brown, keep it on for 20 minutes. So that's basically all I did, and I waited that 30 minutes, and then I took a shower and I rinsed my hair with cold water. Like, try to get it as cold as you can bear it. It was freezing cold for me because our hot water stopped working at my house, so I had to take a cold shower anyway, but the water was really cold, and I rinsed it out because hot water strips the color a lot faster, just letting you know. So do not use shampoo when you're rinsing it out, okay, because the shampoo will just make your color go away. But I do recommend getting a like deep conditioning or a after color conditioning treatment. I got an ion one, which I will show the clip of what it looks like. I got an ion deep conditioner, and I just like scrubbed the conditioner into my hair and all over my ends. I put it up in a ponytail while I was in the shower, and I let it sit for 5 minutes. It was probably a little bit more than 5 minutes. And then I took it down and rinsed it all out, and it keeps your hair really soft and it makes your hair feel really great. I just did this last night, so my hair is still feeling really soft and clean. As you can see, it's pretty shiny. So that deep conditioning treatment is a must. You don't want to like rinse it out and then immediately use like this color stuff. You don't need to use this immediately after you dye your hair. Like, wait a week at least to use this to replenish your hair. Don't immediately put more color on it. After I rinsed it out, it came out this color. So when I first took it out of the towel, I was really scared because all I saw was my hot roots. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a clown. But it actually looks a lot better dry than it does wet. And all the links for all of these products will be down below in case you want to buy them. I do recommend going to the store to buy these products though, because it's a lot pricier on the Sally's website than it actually is in the store. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helped you, and I hoped you get the color that you want, and hopefully it'll come out a little bit like mine. And I will see you guys in my next video.